What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Nothing. Just kind of, getting through the week, getting through the time. Oh, I just realized I forget to. Hold on.
What did
I
you
got to
do?
kill this. I got so much in the zone of what I was doing. I forgot to kill the main lights.
What? You forgot to get all studio with it?
I forgot to get off studio with it.
What?
Oh, so what's been going on? What's been going on? How you been doing?
Man, with work and man, you know how the
Know how
routine
that goes.
goes. You know how the routine goes
Yeah,
between work and getting on here, and you know how this goes.
I do. It's always interesting. I kind of enjoy these moments because between craziness at work, I got a lot going on there. Plus this is my last week of the class of my current class I got going on, so I've got like 3 papers to write this week, and then I get a week off next week, and then I start another class the week after that. So
Man,
between all that, huh?
you were killing it.
I had one. I had a paper I had to write last weekend.
So what are you doing these classes for?
I'm going for applied technologies bachelor degree. So
Say that again.
I figure it should be. I'm 40. It should be finally time to get a degree in something. So I'm getting an applied technologies degree from Wilmington University.
Whatever makes you happy, man.
but
I,
it's interesting. I like learning new things and stuff like that. So it's always fun. Between all that stuff and like I said, this weekend got a video out. I had a paper I wrote, all kinds of fun stuff, and then I got this fun thing in the box recently.
Oh, what you got in the box? Now you got my attention. Sorry,
I got
sorry.
a
I'm running behind the game. Just like I came on it late and we didn't really get to talk and do our normal thing. I'm kind of running behind the game today, so I'm kind of like trying to gather some Funko news, but there's really not any real Funko news out there. But I got some stuff I want to talk about anyways. And you just pulled up a really cool box. What's in the box?
it's
What was that?
this is the Marvel Collector Core this month. It is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Of course, this is the second movie from off of the Miles Morales animated into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
So,
I don't really get into the whole like animated stuff. It's not my thing. I know that it is for a lot of people, but it's just not for me.
I'm not typically either, but that one was really good. And so I'm actually really excited for this new one, and I like the Miles Morales character, so I think it kind of I think it just kind of works.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely works. Miles Morales is a great Spider-Man. I kind of get confused though, right? So this is where I get confused with Spider-Man. Spider-Man must have 100 different outfits, right? I mean, he must have a wardrobe change that happens like every comic book. So I've never seen somebody that has so many different outfits. Like Superman doesn't have 100 different outfits. Batman doesn't have 100 different outfits. None of the X-Men have 100 different outfits. None of the characters that I could think of, with the exception of maybe Deadpool, but even his outfits kind of stay the same. They
Much.
don't they don't really change. Maybe like they might do something stupid to his costume, like give him a unicorn or something, but it doesn't really change. Spider-Man, on the other hand, has a wardrobe change all the time. So much so that I can't even keep up with what Spider-Man is what on what day.
Yeah, yes, but I think that there's also a combination there. When we're talking, this is Spider-Man MCU Spider-Man, whereas there's been other characters that have had this situation, like Captain America has had at least 5 different outfits within the MCU universe. Iron Man has had numerous different suits throughout the time, so Spider-Man just gets different, and different Spider-Mans, of course, have different types of outfits. Miles Morales is especially different than others because he's got the black with the red, whereas a lot of them are red with the black, and it all depends. So a lot of them are a little different to there, and then of course you got Spider Gwen on top of it, and they're when you get into multiverse, and you got all kinds of different
A whole
characters.
lot of that's getting real confusing. I mean, I don't. a lot of that.
The multiverse definitely gets confusing.
My little brain's just not. It's not able to take in all of that information at this moment. You said that Iron Man has a lot of costume. He really doesn't. So Iron Man probably has about 6 or 7
He's about
different,
six. He's had about six or seven different suits throughout.
right, and even then, like, each suit was made for a purpose, right? It wasn't
Oh yeah,
like it wasn't like we had 100 different suits that were just changing the color of them, right? I mean, it
yeah.
wasn't that wasn't the case. But Spider-Man feels like that. But I get what you're saying. It just feels like that because there's so many different multiverses, and all of that gets
Mhm.
confusing too. The MCU starts to get rather confusing after a while if you let it. If you
I
let
see
it.
you're starting to set up a little bit in the back there.
It is starting to go down, and it's starting to go down slowly. So I got some of the floating candles up today. Once again, it goes back to that, like, being in a mad dash to get things done. Um, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Some of it's happening. It's getting there slowly but surely. It'll transform behind me, I think.
So I have a question, of course, and you can even if somebody's on either I guess one of us has. I think you have to do it because it's on your channel.
What do you mean?
I need a poll up there.
What do
So
you need? What you need? I got you.
I've been debating. I
Uh-oh.
think I briefly, you may have seen something about this a couple weeks ago.
This sounds serious.
No, it's not. It's not dropping anything. But I had a guy at work decide to think he's funny and had bought me this year's Pocky One chip.
Oh,
So this thing's been sitting in on my desk at work for probably about a week now, and I'm debating on what to do with this thing. Of course, he wants me to do it just because he likes me seeing me in pain. Um, and then so I debated on, well, maybe I'll just do it at work, see if I can get one of the guy to do one, and we'll do it together at work, and nobody else would step up to the challenge.
oh,
So then I've debated on, let's see, should I just do a TikTok? I'm not going to do a live anymore. I'm kind of done with that. But I'm thinking of making like maybe a two-parter TikTok. That could be a thing, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I'm debating on what to do with this one chip.
all right.
I originally I thought I was retired and I was going to get away from it this year. I've done it 2 years in a row. I was hoping I was retired from all this, but apparently people keep bringing it to me, and if I have one, I can't just let it sit there. Actually, I could, but
You definitely could just let it sit there, but I get what you're saying, right? So what are you wanting the poll to ask? What are you wanting me to ask the peoples?
should I guess just a yes or no? Should I do a TikTok of this? Now, mind you, sometimes I don't know if TikTok works this way. I don't know if YouTube works this way, or sort of it does. I do a lot more Disney, and I do some of this every week, but I don't want it to take away from my algorithm either by doing something else completely different. TikTok, I don't think is the same way. So if I just do it there, I think it may be okay, which means all you guys need to go over to our TikTok channels and definitely subscribe there. But I'm thinking I may do that. But I want to hear what people think on what I should do with this one chip. Mind you, I hate this chip. I've hated doing it the past 2 years, but obviously he bought it, so I might as well do
I think I'd still have to say no.
it. So
I think I'd still have to say no. I'm not into doing those at all.
you've done it once.
Yeah, we actually
And
did it twice, I think, didn't we? We
no,
did
you
the
did
one
it
chip.
once, and then I did it this. Me, you, and JKL did it once, and then me and JKL did the next year. I've
So
got 2 boxes. No, and you did the chocolate.
so
You
the
did the white chocolate.
yeah, that was it. The white chocolate in that one. I knew that there was more than one. I just couldn't remember which one it is. So the poll's up now. It just says TikTok or YouTube. So go over there and just press in TikTok or YouTube, whichever one you'd like to see this on. Make sure that you click the little thing. It's not a yes or no. It's just TikTok or YouTube. So click that to figure out what it is. And while we're figuring that out, I'm like I said, I was late to the game, so now I'm having to like adjust my studio lights, which is something that I normally do before we come on here. But I got this. They're getting
And mind you
adjusted.
guys, remember, this is for me. Wayne is not doing this. This is strictly my stupid, moronic decision to do this thing again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that so every time that we've done this, it didn't set right with me. Not necessarily that day, but it's the next day that it messes me up the most. And if it's messing me up the next day, that tells me that this probably is not very good for you. that that tells me that it's doing something to you that we're unaware of what it's doing. But before we go much further, let's hit that chat. I see that we got some really cool people over there that's been blowing the chat up. Let's hit that up real quick.
Early on in the chat, we had Zach Bond from the house. What's
What is
going
in
on,
the
man?
house?
Appreciate you stopping by. We got Simon Crook in the house. What's going on, man? Appreciate it. We got OTT with G. What's happening, man?
Always in the house.
We've got Christina Payne in the
Payne.
house. And we've got Nadia, aka Little Monster.
Hey guys,
What's
we
going
appreciate
on,
y'all
y'all?
coming and hanging out with us. So there's a few things that I want to go over kind of maybe like briefly, like in the whole mix of everything. There's a few things that I want to go over. One of them is, have you seen the new basketball cards that Funko just dropped? So they just dropped them. They landed
The
on
case
Entertainment
ones,
Earth.
right?
What's that?
Yeah, I seen some bunch of basketball stuff they dropped. It's supposed to be looking like the comic book style, but
So it's actually supposed to it's supposed to look like the actual trading card is what these are supposed to look like. I'm at this strange place with them that I don't really think they're going to do that well. But I kind of want to hear everybody's opinion on what they think. Is this something that you think is going to be doing okay? Is this something that you're going to be going after?
First of all, I did see briefly. I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. I think big stars like Steph Curry, this one could go, very popular because he's just an overall popular player. But I mean, you got to be a basketball fan to do it. I think if this was done, maybe NFL players, it may have been a little bit, more popular or a little bit better. But I guess I understand they got to try different groupings and stuff like that. I mean, I remember when it came out with all those basketball ones for the golds, they did horrible.
So do you think that the football has actually done that well?
Again, it when it comes to sports pops, it's really just down to people may collect it if they're a hardcore fan of it, even if they're not a pop collector. They may see something like that of a fan of a team, something like that. Someone may pick up a Tom Brady, or somebody may pick up an Aaron Rodgers or something because they're a fan of that team. And same thing with the basketball. But nobody's going out there to collect the entire series by any means.
Yeah, so I think that they've kind of like backed themselves into a corner when it comes to these things. You're after look with pops, you're already after a selective group. Let's be honest with everybody.
Yeah.
You're kind of going after this selective group. When you start narrowing that group down to, let's say, basketball cards, I think you're in a dangerous place, because that's what these are. These are the physical basketball cards, right? I mean, so they made a card of this gentleman right here, and then now Funko has came out and they're making just like they did with the comic moments, they're making a comic moment with the card.
But I think they fell flat on it too, because if you want to push on the sensation of what sports cards have gotten to, and you want to play off that, then you need to team up with a big name like Upper Deck. This is not an Upper Deck card, because Upper Deck cards always have their logo in the top right corner. So if you're going to team up and you're going to do a card, you need to have a big name, and you didn't do that with this. I think you tried to push something that you had an idea for, but you didn't go out and get the proper licensing. You got the NBA licensing, but you don't have what people want, and a lot of card people are going to want the Upper Deck logo.
I can't really tell what the logo is on here. I think that I think that the logo is I can't really tell what the logo is. It's some kind of strange like M. I don't know. I feel like they missed the mark on these. Even if I was going to collect, like, let's say, basketball cards, right? I don't see myself going after these as the cards that I'm going to be collecting. It looks very bland. I think they could have done like a foil They could have done maybe like a signed versions. They could have done like signed chase versions. They could have there's so many different things that I think they could have done with these that they didn't. That this is
Yeah.
one of them to me that feels like it was a bit rushed, almost like they have to get so many out in such amount of time, and if they don't get that many out, then it's what it feels like. It feels like we went very how do you say this in a nice way? It feels like we went very corporate.
Oh
We're
yeah, yeah. I
we're
agree with that.
not so concerned about the numbers anymore. We're concerned about if I get if I get 15 new pops out a day, then I'm guaranteed to make this amount of money, right? Because historic tells me that I'm going to make this much money by getting this many out in a singular day. Hold on just a second.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't honestly get them. I don't think there's something, and I'm just gonna try to look that up because there's something with that trading cards of that M. I'm sure that's whatever your brand is, but
Yeah, I don't even really know. They all dropped today. I kind of looked at them. I wanted to give them a raving review because I like these things in cases. But then I went to like looking at like who they had. So they have some big names, but even the names feel like maybe they're B-list names, right? I mean, even the names that they put out there don't necessarily feel like they are the names that you would want to start off with. I would think that if I was going to start something like this off, I would want to start it off with Shaquille O'Neal. I'd want to start it off
you
with
go out
Michael
NBA
Jordan. I'd want to.
legends.
I,
Yeah.
I that's what I would think if I was going to start off a new NBA, already cased like comic moment style pop. I would start it off in a different direction than what they did. So I don't know. I think it's really cool. Maybe if you collect like basketball cards, or maybe if you're really into the NBA.
The only thing they may be smart about this, especially if they're going to sell these in the store, is to figure out the logistics and make sure to sell these in the market in which they're from.
I am 100%
Because
convinced that these will go with the these will go with the cards.
oh,
This will
I'm
go right
sure.
up there in the same aisle as the basketball cards. But I think the problem is gonna be the price point,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's gonna be that you have to be an avid collector of this in order to be into it. I think that this is gonna be a fail on their part. My prediction is, and then listen to me, is that in 6 months from now, these things will be on dramatic sales. I mean, they will be on like really, really, really big sales in 6 months. I don't know if that's true, but check it out. That's
Yeah,
my
I see
prediction on
these
these
things
coming up.
as an ultimate fail, to be honest with
That's
you.
my prediction on these coming up in the future is going to be that they're going to be a dramatic sale item. But while I'm here, don't forget that they still have all of these sodas up. Where are they at? We still got some
I
sodas
am
up
surprised how many sodas
that
they
are
still got up there.
that are still falling in place. So, if you want to go check those out on Entertainment Earth, there's a link right down in the description below. This channel is going to make a few pennies every time you use that link. Just know that I truly appreciate you. Um, yeah, I'm surprised that I'm not surprised anymore. I think that it's showing us a couple of things about Funko, and before we like go too far into that, PSA. Have you ever heard of PSA?
Yes.
So
Yes.
so so PSA is now going to and authenticating Funko Pops. They just announced that one.
Well, PSA has been doing it for cards for years.
Yes.
And I mean, I've heard of there are some companies out there that do grade Funko Pops. But I mean, PSA is one of the largest, to be honest with you.
Right. So they just announced that after the extreme rare sale of the $100,000 Funko Pop, they graded that one and authenticated that one as well. They will now be grading and authenticating your Funko Pops. I am hoping that's what I'm reading now. They're putting it in the UV resistant tamper proof box, so you will not be able to open the box once it's in
Well,
there. I guess unless you're going to crack it open like they do cards all the time. I don't know why you would do that.
yeah,
It seems like a crazy thing to do to me, to have something that's already like signed and graded, but then you're gonna break it open to so that you can see it. Seems really crazy to me. They have been authenticating like the signatures. The last con I was at It wasn't last. It wasn't this year. It was last year. I was at the C2E2. The last one I was at, you could actually like get your signatures authenticated right there. I mean, so they've been doing that. They're
Yeah.
just taking it a step further now, and they're going to put it in this tamper-proof case. They're going to put it. They're going to grade it. All of that good stuff. I guess so that maybe this is going to push the price of pops maybe up a little bit. I don't see this as being such a need unless the pop is a $10,000 pop. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a $10,000 pop, I can see where this would be something that I would be looking for, right? I mean, before I spent 10 grand on a pop, I would want somebody to look at it and tell me that it's 100% real. And this is what you would grade it, other than just me grading it myself, even though I think I can. I still would want someone else to tell me, because you get an emotional attachment to things. You know what I mean?
What did Quick Draw just say? They
They're only
only.
grading the box, not the figure. Yes, I mean I could see that. You can't do both. I mean, I guess you could, but why would be the point of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think this would work if you're a box collector type. I mean, comic book collectors have been doing it for years. For a lot of ways, card collectors have been doing it longer, but those ones I understand a little bit more. I mean, to grade a card, it's not really, you're not losing a lot. But to grade a comic book, a lot of big comic book peoples will get a comic graded, but also have a readable copy as well. That maybe isn't as good, but at least it's a readable copy and they can still do it. With Funkos, though, I don't know. I could see a lot of people going out and doing it just to try to bring the value up in it, to try to sell it on something like Whatnot. But I don't know. It's
I'm telling you, I can see that there's a need for it. There's definitely a need for it. I mean, maybe 10,000 is a large number. Maybe once it passes the $1,000 marker, I can see there being a need. There's so many fakes out there. The fakes are getting better every day.
yeah.
I mean, so I can see there honestly being a need for this in the Funko community. Will it, if it's for a pop that's under $1,000 though? I almost think that that's maybe a little excessive. But what do I
I
know?
mean, what was it? What does it cost? I can't remember. JB does it all the time. He'd be a person to ask. But I mean, how much? And maybe in Quick Draw, maybe he knows. I mean, how much does it cost to grade a comic book? I know they're not cheap
I
by
think it's
any
like
means.
$85.
Yeah.
I think it's like $85 is
So
is what it costs you.
unless you've got a dressed up Freddy Funko that's worth a couple $100, then I think it's a complete waste of time.
I'm with you. It's a complete waste of time unless there's like some big money in it, but I think that's what they're going after. I think they are going after the really, 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 really big money.
Yeah.
Big money is what I think they're going after. But we're going to get off this subject. I just thought that that'd be really cool to let everybody know that that service is going to be out there by PSA. I've never used PSA. I've used JSA. Is that
It,
right?
yeah,
Is
something
that how you
like
use it?
that.
JSA is what I want to say it is. JSA. I've never used PSA. I have used JSA.
Oh, that's a very good point, Quick Draw. There'll never be any tens because
No,
Funko has no quality control.
no,
Shit
there
comes
would
from the
never be a
store
10.
bad.
Never be a 10. There would never ever be a 10 if they had to like do that. No, he's 100% correct on that. They come in all jacked up. But New York Con has come and gone.
Come and gone.
Coming on. There was a lot of people at the New York Con this year that we know, which was kind of funny, to be honest with you. There was a lot of them there this year that we know. I think that it was like Funko Channels Unite or something happened at New York Con this year.
That one I'm not sure. Like you said, I didn't pay attention too much.
So you
I think I saw Jazzy was there.
so Jazzy was
Um,
there, Tristan was there,
well, Tristan, I kind of expected.
Yeah, Tristan was there, Captain Pops was there,
Well, right
Skittle.
now, wherever Skittles Rampage
Yeah,
goes, Captain Pops goes
Skittle was
because
there.
he's like
Um,
attached to his hip
well,
because
I mean, yeah, it's clout chasing. You know how that
yeah, he's
goes.
cloud chasing that.
You know how that goes. But anyways,
I'm, I'm
anyways,
I'm not gonna hide that by any means. Come on.
anyways. moving on. So they were there. There was just a lot of channels there this year. And look, I can't blame them. I wanted to be there this year. I did not make it this year. I don't know if I'll make it next year. Those things are kind of expensive to go to, and then you need a sponsor to get to them. I mean, so they're not 100% easy to get to, no
Or
matter
unless
how you look at
it's
it.
in your own area. Like if JKO went, I mean, it's in New York. He's in New York. It can't be
Right.
that big a deal.
Right. So there was a whole bunch of like people that made it there this year. Kudos to them. I don't have that kind of money, so I didn't make it. I thought about it though because our buddy Yessie Lou did tell me that he had tickets. So I mean I
Yeah, yeah.
thought about it
Toulouse
long
out
enough.
there too.
Yes, I thought about crashing on Yessie Lou's couch long and hard, but I did not. This thing This thing is a 3,000 piece run. I kind of wanted to go over the ones that didn't sell out. And I think some of them we knew were not going to sell out, so it's not going to be a surprise that they didn't sell out. And then some of them you're going to, I think maybe a lot of people are here are going to be surprised. Johnny Funko, how are you doing? It's good to see you in the house, brother. So this thing right here is a 3,000 piece run. 3,000 piece run. Now, you would think that for $20 they would have sold 3,000 of these things. But
Those
they
Matt
didn't.
are always hideous. They suck. They're dumb, and I'm surprised they even thought they had a chance in selling 3,000 of those.
I would think that these things look, I've almost ordered one myself. So
Chase has them. I know he's not in the chat, but Chase has a couple of them. He likes them.
I've
I
I've
don't get it.
almost ordered one of these myself just to put it on the wall. I think that it's okay. I am surprised at 3,000 pieces. I am genuinely surprised that it's still there. Now they did just add some of these sodas on there. So if you want to like grab some of these sodas real quick, they did just add these, which was kind of cool. You have Bates, that's from American Psycho. You have Phoenix. You have some cool ones on there, and then there's going to be some that we're going to be surprised about. Now this is going to be me surprised that this did not sell out. Why did this not sell out? I invite
This
everybody
one
in
I
the
am
chat.
surprised with.
I invite everybody in the chat to tell me why it is this didn't sell out. Please tell me what you think the reason behind this was, because everything Juggernaut is gold. And I don't know what it is about the Juggernaut, but every time they make anything that's Juggernaut, it's gold. Everybody buys it. You can never get your hands on it. It did not sell out.
Well, both of them. I mean, I still like the dragon, the Maleficent dragon, better than this one, but neither one of them sold out, which I'm really shocked on. I mean, usually Disney fans jump on Maleficent really quickly. I can see a lot of Marvel fans jumping on Juggernaut really quick. I mean, that this one I am surprised with.
But listen to me, this is a 10,000 piece run. I mean, we know that number's not accurate, right? I mean, let's be honest. We know that that number's not accurate, but it is a 10,000 piece run that did not sell out. I am I am more than shocked. I am beside myself shocked that this did not sell out. And I need some help on how these didn't sell out. So you have this one that didn't sell out, and you just pointed out a second ago that you also have the Maleficent that did not sell out, and this is a so this one's a little larger, right? So this is a 15,000 piece run versus the 10,000 piece.
I
The
still like this one.
the
I do.
chase variant to me is really strong, even though it's in the same pose. They gave it the whole like fire at the
But
bottom.
the fire is
Yeah.
hot. I
I
like it.
so I really like need some help, guys, on like why
I would
these things didn't
I
sell
would
out.
consider buying it, but I think I'm gonna order that Skull Rock one, which also didn't sell out. I'm gonna order that one, and I still can't see. I still think it's a price point. I honestly do. I think that the initial shock of the first two that didn't really sell on eBay very much, but I think a lot of people were anticipating them to be high eBay sales. They weren't, and I think everybody else is just annoyed with the price point. That thing should be a $30 pop, not $40.
I agree. The $40 does seem like a lot. I mean, it really does. But this goes back to when the sodas, right? So I don't know if you remember me with the sodas. I told everybody in the sodas when they first came out, if you miss the ones in the beginning, you're going to be in trouble, right? You're going to be in trouble because when they do start making them, right? When you do start seeing these guys coming out and people start getting on the bandwagon, you're going to be left behind. I feel the same way in these. If you let these go by the wayside, come a year from now, you're gonna be like, man, I should have picked that up when they're selling for $100 a piece. You're gonna be like, I was gonna get it, but it wasn't worth $100 that day. Is what I true look. I honestly believe that, and I said that with the sodas, and I'm saying that again, and I'm telling you that I am convinced that it's gonna happen again. Lightning is gonna strike twice. Y'all watch what I tell you. I picked up. Check this out. The highest soda that I've ever sold was one of the very beginning um Skeletors, and I can't remember what convention it was from, but it was like the very first one they released. I bought it, I had it in my collection, it was sitting upstairs, and I just decided that I was going to let some of them go. It was one of the first ones I let go. I sold it for $200. I
That's a
mean,
good one.
listen to me. You're going to a year from now, you're going to be like, man, I really should have jumped on that bandwagon and started collecting them. I'm going after the ones that I want. Now, listen to me. I want you to listen to me. I'm not saying just buy all of them to buy them. I'm saying buy the ones that you want now, and don't try and wait later, because the later is going to bite you. I mean, the later is definitely going to bite you. What were you laughing about over there in the comments, though?
Oh, I was laughing at Quick Draw's comment. That was kind of comical.
So we have size.
But
You remember
if we look at this now, I mean, I'm on eBay right now, real
obesity?
quick, and you got to look at a lot of these of what's recently sold, even as of
Well,
what's
pull that up.
the
Pull that
11th.
up. Pull that up. I'd like to see
Um,
that. Pull that up on here, because
Green
I would
share.
like to see. Everybody would like to see that. I'm sure
Now
everybody
there
would
are
like to see
some,
that.
of course, just like anything else, there are some that are going to get through, and someone stupid is going to buy it for crazy, like this Wampa that someone just bought it today for $100. But then
What?
again, look at this, somebody else bought one for $24.
Was it the chase
Um,
variant versus the non-chase variant? Is that the difference?
yeah, probably because that 99 does look like the Chase. Another 26, 20. These are sold prices, by the way. These are
Oh,
sold prices.
so they're selling cheaper than what you can buy
So
them.
the you can get the Chases
Wow.
cheaper. And mind you, like Baymax, I'd buy the Common all day because I prefer the Common over the Chase.
Wow.
Whereas somebody sold the Chase for 110. Someone's got a new sealed soda that they sold for 70. Again, Wampa for 20. A 72 for a Chase Wampa. Um, so these are not going as high as people thought. People thought these were going to go for a couple hundred, and these are not going nearly as high. I mean, look at that. This guy bought a Maleficent, which you can still buy on Funko's website right now. The only difference is this is $44.99 with free shipping.
Oh, yeah, that's a difference. But this is what I'm saying about these, right? It took the sodas a while to catch on. It's going to take these a little while to catch on, but when they catch on, if you did want that juggernaut, I promise you a year from now, you're going to pay money for that juggernaut.
Hell, look at this. Somebody bought the Wampa. They bought it, came with both the Common and the Chase for $87.
Whoa. That was cheaper than, was it?
Yes,
Little bit more than what you could buy them for.
$40 a piece, and you're
I mean,
just paying
just
87 bucks.
touch more than what you could buy them for.
$27 per
Insanity.
Common. If
All
you
right.
like a Common, if you know that you're okay with the Common on these sodas, buy them on eBay.
Yeah, so let's play like back and forth on the screens for a minute, because the fact that you have that up makes me want to kind of talk about something. But let's go through these again real fast. Real fast, we're going to go through these. So these are the ones that are still on the Funko site that you can go pick up at this moment. You have the sodas, which I am just floored that are still on there. That stupid Frankenstein mask is still on there.
Oh, surprise, surprise, the T-shirt's still there.
This thing I know nothing about. The T-shirt will eventually sell out, though. That's kind of the crazy spot in
Skull
this.
Rock. Well, I still think $45 is a little bit to be paying for those towns, but I'm that much of a Disney fan that
I'm
I will buy it.
kind of surprised that Nick Fury is still on there. I am a little surprised about the classic Aquaman, even though Aquaman is there's a bazillion of them. I'm with you on this. $45 is a lot,
It's a
Funko.
lot,
That's a
but I may have to
lot.
buy it because I think Skull Rock's awesome.
The cow is just a cow in
And
my
I'm not
eyes.
surprised by that. Roger Rabbit, I am surprised
I
with.
am surprised about Roger Rabbit. This is one of them that I'm kind of shocked about, to be honest, and I don't understand what
That
happened.
I think that's a strong pop nonetheless. I mean,
I do
the
too.
the the box is awesome. I love the brick on the box. I think everything about this pop looks pretty awesome. I think it's a strong pop, and it still hasn't sold out. I'm really shocked, to be honest.
I the funny thing is that I'm right there with you. This is a strong pop to still be on their site. I some of this makes me wonder if people didn't have to seriously pick and choose this time what they were buying. I mean, it makes me wonder if there wasn't some hard decisions being
It
made.
always just seems like the bot people were not. I mean, this is I like the Free Guy movie, but this is a people pop.
I have not seen the Free Guy movie. You're 100% correct. This is a people pop, and
Now,
when you
now,
start
if they were going to pick out anything, there was a character at the end of the movie which was like an over buff version of him.
right,
That would have been a cool pop to do because that would have been something there. That to me is just like I said, it's just a people pop.
this one is also just a people pop. Nothing
Yeah.
super spectacular. None of these made my list either, by the way. None of these.
I think, and I still think Patrick Bateman is a solid soda.
None of these made the top 6 New York Comic Con Funko Pops you should flip. None of these made the list because these were not the
Yeah.
highest liked on social medias, which is kind of
Which one was the
not really
highest like
strange.
again? I forget.
So the highest liked were gonna be with my first pick, with my top pick was gonna be Laffy on Go Mary. That one was killing it. Killing
Oh
it.
yeah, I do remember that.
That one was like 1,500 the day that they released it. Han Solo is Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z 2-pack, Blues Clues, Big Ben 10.
No, Blue's
There
Clues was still up there, wasn't it?
no, Blues Clues sold out. So, Ben 10 was another one that I can't remember what the
Wait,
very
hold
first
on.
the very first one I wanna say was Polaroid. The Polaroid guy was my first one, but remember that I didn't honestly
Check this
pick
out though. Uh,
remember that I didn't honestly pick this list. I went through all the different social media sites. I went to Facebook, I went to Instagram, and I went to
this is Funko right.
Facebook, Instagram.
You can still buy the Blue's Clues.
Is the Blue Clues still on there? Hold on,
Yeah,
I'm about to get on. I'm still like looking. So
yeah. Let's
let's
go back
see.
to yours.
Yeah, he's still on there. So I see him on there.
That
So
clown is just creepy. I'm glad that thing didn't do
I
anything.
am shocked that this 2-pack
The
is
Vecna, I mean,
still
really, I think it's because
there.
when they released the Vecna sing solo, I mean, I honestly like the Vecna Dungeons and Dragons better than I do the actual Vecna Stranger Things. But uh, yeah, I mean, the Stranger Things fan is usually going to grab that. But you
I
know,
just
and
just
$30, I don't think is a horrible price point for that. But
I just would have thought that somebody would have grabbed that one, but they didn't. I'm with you on the 50 the $30 not being crazy. That's just the price of 2 pops, and it's 2 pop pack. I mean, so
yeah,
I don't think that that's super insane. I'm a little surprised that Yosemite Sam is still on here in
I'm
his
not
Black Knight armor.
100% because I think
Really?
they picked the worst Yosemite Sam. I think there's a lot of different Yosemite Sams I could put, you know, than the one in him in the night outfit. I
Well,
don't
remember
know
that they
that.
always throw like some weak stuff in the con so that the con sticker carries it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to see some stronger Yosemite Sam coming up. Guaranteed.
yeah,
Guaranteed you're gonna see some stronger Yosemite Sam stuff coming up, but I'm still kinda surprised because that one pulls at your child heartstrings.
yeah. I don't
This one
disagree with that.
this one is still on there, which is kinda wild because this is one of them that was I think this was number 4 on the list of the most liked on social medias. So it this is gonna bring us into a different conversation, but let's finish out what they have on here. So it looks like that's gonna be it after we get to the clown and then this last T-shirt. So the serial clown to me is like you said, this thing's creepy.
That's just
There's
creepy, dude. I hate
this
that thing.
this thing's just really, really creepy. There's I don't even know how creepy you can get, but that one's like
I
in the
hate the look
list.
of that thing. I
This
would
thing's
not even want that on my shelf. I'm sorry.
so so this brings me into a different conversation, right? And could you pull up the Laffy Go Mary? Can you pull that one up
Let's see if I can
on
find it.
eBay? So this brings me into a different conversation. In this conversation, if you're sensitive, right? If you get offended easily, you should probably like just click off this stream and come back to the next one because this is about to hit something that you're not going to like, but or maybe you're going to agree with, or maybe you're going to disagree with. I don't really know. So I started doing the videos not too long ago that says you should flip, right? Or these are the pops I would flip. And these lists tend to bring out the nasty in people. And the nasty is directly toward me, right? Is and then you start personally attacking me as a person. Like the latest like personal attack was somebody decided to say something about my teeth. Right? This
And
person had nothing
which is just petty as shit.
This person had nothing better to do with their time than to attack my teeth, not knowing if I've had something medically that happened to me that caused my teeth to not be straight. You blast things out there. Doesn't affect me, right? Because I've lived through more than this. But if my list and my content offends you, you don't have to comment on it. You can just unsubscribe. It's this crazy thing on YouTube.
Well,
They
technically,
made
you
this
don't have to watch to begin with.
they had this crazy thing on there that says subscribe and unsubscribe. You could just unsubscribe and not follow me anymore, and we'll call it a mutual breakup. I mean, we don't even have to get upset about it. We can call it a mutual agreement. Because of that, I'm going to double down on these lists. You're going to see so many of these lists that it's going to go insane. Because here's the thing, and here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. You need flippers.
You do.
Everybody out there. Here's the other thing is when I posted some of this and then I got into an argument with somebody else about the fact that we don't need flippers. Everybody that's in this chat, and I want you to tell me if I'm wrong. There's 10 of y'all in there. You picked up your first pop. You got home with your first pop and you started doing research on your first pop. And in the research of your first pop, you said, "Man, there's pops out there worth thousands of dollars." and,
You were already
and
thinking about it.
and this motivated you to go buy more. And then you picked up another one and you checked how much it was worth on the PPG or whatever price guide. And somewhere along the way, you started looking up your favorite YouTubers and you started following people. And the price and the fact that it went up in value was a big driving point for, I bet, 90% of everybody out there, whether they want to admit it or not. It's just true. It's just true. Pops got into your interest first by coming up with somebody you had to have. And then you got home and researched them and found out that there was some of them out there worth lots of money. And then you fell down the rabbit hole. You need flippers. You have to have them. And 90%, and I would venture to say 95% of all people on YouTube have a website. They have a whatnot. They are flipping pops, just not in your face. But they are flipping them. And some of them are straight in your face. I'm the only quick draw. I don't think you're the only 10% because I don't really care like if they go up in value or not, because I don't really sell them. And if I do sell them, it's just because I have no more space to keep them anymore.
Well, the problem is, again, you have people who, again, don't understand, like you said, they don't understand the circle of life when it comes to pops. And believe me, there is a circle of life. Yes, it can get out of balance when you have certain things like, bot people trying to flip stuff. Yes, it gets out of balance. But in an everyday, people selling stuff on eBay, people selling stuff on whatnot, people doing that's what makes your pops go up in value.
Yeah.
And some people are just, maybe they're a pure collector, or what they consider being a pure collector, that they don't sell their pops and they buy all their pops. And you still, in the back of your mind, if you're putting your pop collection into the Funko app, or you're putting your pop collection into, any other Funko type of app where you're pricing these things out, you're already thinking about it. And you're thinking, well, how much could I sell this for? How much is this value? Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't care about what the value of that pop is.
No.
Which, if anyone that tells me they don't really, I mean, I don't care what the value of my pop is, doesn't mean I don't know what the value is of it. I mean, I'm silly not to know what the value is of it. And if push comes to shove, trust me, I would sell some pops real quickly if I had to. But in the same sense, just because you don't plan on selling stuff doesn't mean you don't want to know the value. If you want to know the value of your pop, thank a flipper.
The other kicker to it is though, and a lot of people don't consider themselves flippers, right? So a lot of people buy two of them because I'm the world's worst at buying two of them. I buy two of them, and then I have one sitting there, one out of the box, one in the box. And then at some point, someone comes to me and says, "Hey, do you have that pop?" And I say, "Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I got two of them." And they say, "Well, I'd give you $40 for that pop." And I say, "Well, sure. I'll hook you up with a pop." That just made me a flipper.
Yeah, you
I
you
mean,
sold it for more than you bought it for. But here's the thing:
100%.
even people that trade are the biggest hypocrites of them all, because they're like, "Well, I'm not exchanging money." Yeah, well, what did you just trade? Well, I traded a, a Marvel or a Blacklight, a Haunted Mansion pop for a Blacklight Venom pop. You're a flipper.
You just
You
flipped
just
it.
you just traded something that was worth way more than what you just traded somebody else for. Now, maybe they had an extra one and maybe they wanted that black light and they valued it differently, but you're still a flipper because you still got more value for what you traded for.
So here's the other flip side. So in your analytics, you get to go and see what other people are looking at that watch your content. And almost 90% of everybody who watches my content also watches the stock market,
Mhm.
and they also watch Bitcoin. So if or cryptocurrency in general. So if you're watching cryptocurrency, stock market, and Funkos, what are you doing? I mean, you're playing different games in different places at different times, and it's okay. And I think that that's something that I'm about to try and break through to everybody is that it's okay for someone to buy something and resell it. And
Yeah.
here's the reason why it's okay. If somebody takes the time out of their day, so if I sat down and took the time out of my day to buy 100 of them, I'm just going to say 100 is a number, an arbitrary number. I bought 100 of them. I spent my money to buy these 100 at whatever the cost was. So if they're $15 a piece, you do the math on what it cost me to gather them. So I just spent 2 hours out of my day and I just bought 100 of them. Now, to resend them off, I have to buy the packaging, I have to buy the protectors, I have to buy the boxing, I have to get it to the post office, which also costs me gas money, also takes more time out of my day. There's so many other expenses that go from point A to point B. If this person is willing to do all of this and sell it to me at $40, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm okay with it, and everybody else should be okay with it too. And
Um, and to answer this question real quick of really comes down to what you value. Now, could you still could be considered a flipper? Sure, but you didn't make any money. You traded 70 pops that was valued at 800. Now, I don't know what the overall value of that, but if you take it for price value, if you say it was $800, that 70 pops is going to break down to about $11 and something a pop. You got $220 in store credits. You essentially sold those pops for then roughly about $3.14
oh,
a pop. So yeah, I mean you didn't get your value, but it all depends on where these 70 pops. You may again, what did you pay for them? Did you pay yard sale price and buy them for $5 or less a piece? Did you bundle them up? It all depends on $80 value is one thing. What did you pay for those overall? That's where it comes down to, I think.
so I see that. I was kind of looking at Quick Draw's comments because Quick Draw says that his first bot was bought in 2012. That's awesome. I wish my first bot would have been that long ago. There was no PBG. There wasn't. I mean, so there's look. I hear what you're saying. I don't necessarily know that I would have done any kind of in-store credit at that kind of a loss because
Yeah, I
even if you
wouldn't have.
bought them at
To be
$10
honest,
a piece,
I wouldn't have
I
taken
mean,
it, but
that's quite a loss. I mean, so I wouldn't have taken that loss, but you're still flipping in on some sense of the word of flipping, right? I mean, you didn't go out into the market and have people purchase them from you individually, but you still flipped it, right? I mean, you still did. You still said, "I have this, you have that. I'll trade you for it." Right. I mean, so there still was a pro, how do you say that? A you still did it for a gain, right? I mean, that's the easiest way to say that. So technically, yes, that is considered flipping or
but
reselling. I think that we've gotten way too
yeah.
sensitive with the word flipping.
Yeah, but
And
but I'm also not against that 10% either. You know, if you're that 10% person,
I
that's
am.
cool. That's your prerogative, and that's how you want to treat your collections. That's cool. I'm good with that. But don't harp on other people that do.
Well, so the funny thing is when I originally started making these lists, I put in there the you should flip or I would flip these pops, but I don't flip anything. And that's kind of the funny part to life is that I don't buy anything with the sole intent to resell it. That is not at all what happens in my
I
collection.
have. I'll tell you
But
right now, I have.
but my collection has hit a point to where I'm bumping somewhere around 1,500 pops. Have you ever seen 1,500 pops in a room?
Mm, your room probably.
They take up a lot of space.
But
So
you've also, I know you've sold stuff on whatnot in the past. So you did
right.
limit down some
So
stuff
so after a while, what
or
you have to
so.
do is you either have to do like a lot of people have done and buy storage units or start piling these things up in boxes and putting them in a corner somewhere. I'm never going to do that. That's not who I am. Um,
But
or
I've even my wife and I've gone through my collection and we've dwindled out and stuff that
right,
it wasn't really big, and we popped it up on eBay and we've sold it. You
right.
know,
Or you have to dwindle things out of your collection and make room for the new stuff coming in. That is still flipping. I mean, so technically I still flipped my pops, but
the use of the word flipping is
it's become
it's a
way too
very vague
sensitive.
word, to be
It's
honest
become
with you.
way too sensitive. That's what we use for everything, right? We didn't get that pop because flippers got it, the bots got it. Well, maybe I mean, have we ever thought about maybe there was just that many people
There could
that
be.
wanted that pop? I mean, it's do we and I used to get caught up into this, and this is why I think I'm making these videos more than you've ever seen now, is because I used to get caught up into the bots got me, the flippers got me, the something got me. If if collecting made me that miserable, I would stop. I would stop. I'd walk away from it and I'd never collect another thing if I let it get to me that much. I think I let it get to me that much one time and Chris talked me off the ledge.
Yeah,
True story.
I think I remember
Chris
that
talked me off the
one.
ledge. I mean, God's the honest true story. Chris talked me off the
Yeah,
ledge. And then after that, I stopped and took a step back and said, "Whoa, if these things make me miserable, why would I
yeah,
collect them? Why would I want them if they make me miserable?" And the fact that somebody else is going to cause a pop to go up in value that's in my collection that I might have to sell one day, go for it, brother. You get it up to $10,000. I mean, hey, look, you
but
go for it.
definitely a fair, whether you're selling it, whether you're and cleaning out your collection, whether you're buying a pop and the intention to sell. I mean, ultimately, we need people to be buying and selling things outside of retail in order to get a value of what something is worth. That's just the bottom line
You
to
have
it.
to.
You
It's
have to.
you have to. Somebody has to set a
If
price, and
no
then
one's
somebody
selling
else.
something, you're not going to be able to value how much somebody's willing to pay for it. That's essentially what your PPG is telling you. Hey, this is the overall value that people are willing to pay for this thing.
Right.
Essentially.
That's but anyways, I wanted to harp on that one for a minute because I think that we've gotten way too sensitive with the term flipping. And if when you say flipping, people want to get rude and nasty, and there I have discovered that the amount of people that get nasty are very, very few.
Yeah.
in the Funko community. But to me, there's no room in the Funko community, really in no community, for people that want to intentionally hurt somebody else's feelings for the sole purpose to hurt somebody else's feelings. To me, it's just ridiculous. And then let me tell you, the funny thing is I kind of got onto an Instagram before I just took the comment down. I got onto it with Instagram with a kid that was blatantly trying to like come after me, attacking me in my own post again, blatantly trying to attack me. And he said that all you YouTubers think that y'all are right about anything, and he was trying to sneak in those low blows. So I went onto his account and I snuck in a couple of low blows, and then he got all upset when I went to sneaking him back in there. He got beside himself. That's the same reason that I was put in Instagram jail. That's why I like blocked him. That's why I deleted it, because it wasn't a year ago. I got put in Instagram jail for a month for the same reason. Somebody reported me as bullying after they decided that they were going to start taking like cheap shots at people. But anyways, I'm gonna get off that subject. I have the adult Happy Meal here. Did you manage to pick one of these up?
I did. I haven't made the TikTok about it, but we did.
Out.
We had to go search because in our area, because it's a tourist type area,
yeah.
There was and luckily they have the app now, and you can go through the app and go, oh, all right, that's sold out there. That's sold out there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We ended up having to go up to this really like bougie, a Richie area that had a McDonald's. It was like a really bougie.
Nobody was buying them,
and they had them easily. So me and my wife bought one of each and in fact, the characters are actually in my setup right
Give me a second. I'm gonna grab my characters real quick. I'm gonna grab the box. Briefly talk about your characters real quick.
So I have, which I actually thought. Let me grab them, bro. I actually thought these were going to be like squishy type stuff. They are not. Oops, I'm messing up the spider webs. So these things are not. They're actually hard plastic. They're hard plastic. I thought they were going to be like squishy, but I got like the grimace looking one and whatever this weird McDonald's hat wearing dude.
So
that's what I got. I was hoping to get Hamburglar, to be honest with you.
So I managed to pick up the smiley face dude too, the double smiley faces.
Yeah.
This is what I'm just gonna consider the McDonald's man is this guy. Did you do any research on these things at all?
Not one bit, but I'm very curious.
So Cactus Plant Flea Market is a brand. They're a designer clothing brand. They teamed up with McDonald's to do this adult Happy Meal. It's the Cactus Plant Flea Market Happy Meal. That's not actually called the adult Happy Meal. When you order the adult Happy Meal, they already know what you're talking about, so they just go along with it. The funny thing is, you got on the app and you did all of that. I didn't have to. I live in such a remote area that they thought I was crazy for ordering it anyways. It was like they had never sold one in their life, and they had a million of them that needed to go. So I got this guy. You're right. They are like this. Oh, it's the mascot.
Calls the Cactus Planet mascot.
It is like some kind of like hard plastic.
It's hard plastic.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be squishy.
So there's that one there. These things did come with like some kind of like printing on the back of them, and then it has these other numbers on the leg. So I'm just assuming that they think these are going to go up in value. I don't think so. I don't know.
These, I will tell you, I bought them because the novelty of buying an adult Happy Meal
100%.
100% awesome. I don't 100%. care what y'all think, but the adult Happy Meal is a awesome concept. And they're going specifically after our generation in this by using characters like Grimace, 100%.
They could have put a dog turd in it and not have bought it. Huh? I said they could have put a dog turd in it and not have bought one.
Probably too. But the fact that I can go to, mind you, I don't like McDonald's for the most part, but we can go to McDonald's. And my wife and I both buy an adult Happy Meal and get the kids regular Happy Meal. It's absolutely crazy to think about. And my kids are going, "Oh, Dad, Mom, Dad, what was your toy?
What was your toy?" That's pretty awesome. So I got the whatever this thing is. I have no clue like what this. I don't know what's up with this.
That's Birdie.
I don't know what's up with these double
Yeah,
eyes. And
I don't get the whole double eye thing. I don't know what the double eyes are, but
so when I got these home, it caused me to then go online and look up what the cactus plant flea market was, and that's when I found out they were a designer brand. And then I found out that like they have McDonald's shirts that are no longer for sale. They were limited, like hoodies, limited shirts. These things were selling like 180, $220.
you got
It's
to
just
think though, it's the same concept as a Funko Pop. You go after something that reminds somebody of their childhood,
oh yeah, yeah, they knew 100%
and
what they were doing.
they're going to be like, "Shut up and take my money."
Grimace was the only one that looked like an adult toy without the batteries. All right, I'll give you that one. So, in the mix of me looking at this, I have this on what I consider my desk. Where I'm sitting at right now is what I consider my desk. It's a type table that I bought from a furniture store that was, on their dent and scratch. So it's higher than a normal table, so that I can sit at a bar stool while I'm sitting here. I can also, like, use it to take really cool pictures. You've seen them a lot, whether you realize it or not, and it's just a really cool workspace, right? I mean, so it's a big table. I had this sitting on my table, right? I just kinda had it sitting there, and I started looking at it one day, right? And if you haven't seen the
I
TikTok, and
did
you're
get
not
rid of the box, but I may have to
if
buy another one just to save the box.
if you're not following us on TikTok, you're messing up. You should go follow us on TikTok. We put some cool stuff over there, and this was one of them that went over
Mind
there. I
you,
think
I would tell you guys if you go over there right now, I just posted a video up this weekend that sort of got me in trouble with the wife, a little bit. And if you go to my TikTok and see, you know which one I'm talking about.
so. I'm just kind of like looking at the box, and it's just sitting there, and I'm just kind of like looking at it, right. And I keep seeing the little smiley face and the M, and I just kind of just keep flowing through it, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm thinking, man, this box is just really weird. And I'm just kind of reading the ba da 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 that they put on there, right? And I'm looking at the smiley face, and I'm looking at the M, and I start looking at the "We love to see you," and I see the smiley face. We love to see you smile, even though there's no spaces in the "see you." This starts messing with me, right? No spaces. This is messing with me. There's no spaces in the "see you," right? You could have put a space so that we understood that that was different, right? We love to see you, smile, but they didn't do that. So then I just kind of start looking it over, and I noticed that every time you see this guy, he's wearing the McDonald's gear, right? Then I noticed over here he's wearing the McDonald's gear, and that I notice here. So then I start looking, and I'm thinking, well, if they put him there, right, and they put the smiley face, and then they put the M, it's safe to say that this smiley face is equaling M, right? If that's what we start to say that they got going on there. This smiley face equals M, right? Smiley face equals M. Smiley face equals McDonald's. Smiley face, right? We get that double whole looks like a smiley face, right? We love to. Did you catch that?
Only you
McDonald,
would pick up
McDonald's
would
almost
think
pulled
of
a
that.
fast one on all of
Only
us.
you would pull
I'm
that
telling
out.
you, they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. That was by design. I looked at it and looked at it, and I said, "Man, how did what?" And then I went, "Oh, whoa, hold on." They didn't space the CU or
Only you
nothing.
would figure that one.
They didn't space the CU or nothing. They left it. And then if you'll say the ba dot 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 da, right? I'm loving it. Say ba dot 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 da. We love to see you smile. It doesn't make sense. If you say ba dot 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 da, we love to suddenly it starts to like make sense.
No, I'm not choosing to acknowledge that
I
reality.
know. I know you don't want to say it,
Not
but it's
choosing to
there.
acknowledge that reality.
I know, but it's there, and they did it. They almost pulled a fast one on all of us with that. I'm telling you, it's safe to say that that smiley face equals M. And if that smiley face equals M, then it's safe to say that they pulled a fast one on
But,
their
but
adult
I
FOM.
will give one to McDonald's. Whoever in their marketing or development department, mind you, I've been wondering since COVID, kind of upset with McDonald's, to be honest with you, because we go there from time to time because my kids eat chicken nuggets and it's sometimes a quick thing to pick up for them. I typically don't get anything because I've gotten bored with McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't
Yes.
create new things anymore.
Yeah, they
Um,
kind of quit doing that.
and mind you, there's nothing really new that they still created out of this, but the basic necessity, other than this toy, um, it grabbed on everybody, and whoever, I swear to God, whoever came up with this at McDonald's, everyone else probably looked at them and go, "Man, what are you talking about? You got to be a little crazy." And someone's like, "Well, let's just try it and see what happens." I guarantee you now, every other fast food place is going to start coming up with something. So now, mind you, what I'm hoping is supposed to be this week or next week. I got to find out the release date. McDonald's is supposed to be, and trust me, when it comes out, I will be there to buy one. Do you remember being a kid and old? This is probably 90s, early 90s. The Happy Meal had the Halloween buckets, with the top, and that was your
Yeah,
Happy Meal.
right.
They're re-releasing those,
Yeah. I've seen that.
and they're supposed to come out either this week or next week.
Some people
And
already have them.
I will be out there trying to find one.
Some people already have them, so I've already kind of seen them out there. I'm with you. I think that it's great the McDonald's did this. I felt like there were so many people that were never going to understand that my
No,
joy of getting the Happy Meal, of just getting one that was supposed to be for me. They took a play out of Funko's cards though with the little figures. You know that's what they
yeah.
did. They took a play out of Funko's playbook and ran with it. I think that it was a great move on their part, but you're right. They haven't done anything in a really long time. I think that it's great that they did this. I look forward for everything now coming from McDonald's, and I know
I
that
do
they did
too.
that on purpose. You pulled up that laughy. Somebody else corrected me one day. Did you see that Zach said Grimace got a hold of Birdie got a hold of Grimace, and that's what did
Yeah,
that to her eyes? I mean, you got to go back to that saying. Go back to that saying. We love
yeah.
to, and it explains it all to you. So going into the flipper, you shouldn't be flipping. That one of the comments that was made is that nothing that was on that list
Oh,
was going to go up in value.
did
That
the
was
wrong
not,
one.
yeah, that was not the right one. That nothing that was on that list was going to go up in value. Well, case in point, this guy was at $1,500 a day of the con. Now remember that I'm not into, like, I'm going to tell you not to buy in the secondary market, which is kind of funny because people like to troll the fact that I say you should flip this, but then they don't listen to my content. I also say don't get fear of FOMO. So it started off at $1,500. I think you can buy them today for 150. I think is what they're selling on eBay at this moment. But there was a lot of people that got caught up in the fear of FOMO when this guy dropped. I don't know what anime this comes from. I don't know who thought of making this one, but whoever it was genius because this thing has blown up.
I mean, I
And
know it's anime. I don't really know what it's based on or anything like that. So, I mean, the anime world obviously knows what they have there, and they definitely went after it for sure. But I got nothing.
it's look absolutely insane. I don't know what it is. Only thing I knew is that for some reason this thing was heavily liked across all social media platforms. I mean, heavily liked across all social media platforms, and because of that, I knew that that one was going to be the highest sought after. There's still people that are trying to get these from Hot Topic. Hot Topic normally has a second run, so make sure that you're keeping your eyes on your local Hot Topic before you get caught into the fear of FOMO. Make sure that you're waiting because Hot Topic almost always has a restock of everything. So this one will be restocked. I am convinced of it 100% that if you just wait a few weeks, that your local your local Hot Topic
Yeah,
will restock this one and you'll be able to scoop it up if you know what it is. I mean, if you're just going after value, that's the other thing, people tend to get upset about is you going after value. I don't think there's nothing wrong with going after pops for value, adding value to
yep.
your
Wrong,
collection,
wrong button again. Sorry,
adding value to your collection.
keep
I
forgetting
I
you're on my screen.
I add value to my collection all the time. I call myself a sticker shopper. I buy stickers, right? I go after pops that I know or not going to go down in value, not because I'm going to resell it, but in the event that I have to resell it, the the flocked version of this
I do like that one. Yeah,
is going to sell for a lot more than the not flocked
yeah.
version of it, right? I mean, so they're going to make hundreds of them. That's the other thing that people don't like. really understand. They're going to make this ship over again. They're going to make this character again. They're going to put it in a different style, a different place, a different pose, a different stand. You're going to see it again and again and again and again. So if you're going to buy one, be smart about it and buy the one that's going to add value to your collection and not just go down in value.
Yeah.
In you have to resell it because look, stuff happens, right? Stuff happens every day that you have to resell your collection.
I mean, I agree with you. I like the ship. I think the ship's kind of cool. Um, I don't know anything about the character, so it has no real connection to me.
Yeah, that was one of them that I knew nothing about. So the other one was supposed to be Star Wars. What was it? The Han Solo in Star Wars. Was that one of the New York cons?
I
Does
don't
that sound
remember.
right? Does that sound
It
right?
should be. Let's
That was
see.
one of them that was supposed to have went way up in value. The Dragon Ball Z 2-pack is one of them that was supposed to go up.
Is this the list? I can't. No, here it is. This is the overall list. I don't know why I can't. Let me see
The
if I can.
Dragon Ball Z was supposed to go up in value, so that was
That,
another one that was supposed to go up. The Blues Clues was actually rated really high, so I'm surprised that that one's still on there for sale.
so the ones I did we didn't see that were still up there for sale. We didn't see the Mister Owl. That one's out. The little pit bull guys and Merida is gone. Um, the Dragon Ball Z, the two animes are gone. What the hell was that from? The Witcher? I can't remember. He's gone. The Polaroid's gone. This weird Superman is gone. The Joker, I'm not surprised with.
That Superman stayed on there a while though.
Yeah. Whatever this little pink starlight, whatever is. I'm actually rather surprised that the Green Lantern soda is gone. Grape Ape, I'm not surprised. People love black lights for some reason. Sergeant Slaughter's gone. Borat's gone. That weird pink bear that you keep telling everyone don't go watch is gone. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon is gone. The New York's the Empire State from Spider-Man, I believe.
That was the only one that I
Statue of
missed.
Liberty.
I missed the Statue of Liberty. I did not get my hands on the Statue of Liberty.
That's
Hey, matter of fact, if there's somebody out there wanting to trade the Statue of Liberty, hit me up at some point.
Baby Groot's gone. The Crows, I'm not surprised that went. I think that one's a highly popular one, anyways. I don't remember what this character was from, nor this character. I have no idea there, but they're gone. Simpsons, not surprised. That typically goes rather quickly. The two Dragon Ball Zs are gone.
Hey, so check this out.
Actually, that robot, the Star Wars robot, I'm really surprised.
So I keep gifting memberships, and I'm wondering how this works, right?
I have
So
no idea.
when I gift a membership, guys, do y'all have to claim it in the chat? What do y'all like? Tell me real quick in the chat, because this is the second one that I've like gifted into the chat. Do you have to like claim these in the chat? How does that
I
work?
don't know.
Does somebody like just click on it?
Are you able to like pick a person to gift it
I no
towards?
no
Or-
you just gift it and it drops into the chat. I don't know if somebody like has to like
I,
click on
I
it.
am looking on the chat here. I seen this the second time you did. I've clicked on it. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, but you're already a member.
That's a good point. I'm not a member.
You're already a member. So somebody
I have
like
no idea.
somebody tell me exactly how that works. Does it like give you an opportunity to like, oh, it says go to channel, you click on it and it says go to channel. I don't know. Somebody like tell me exactly how that works. What happens when I like do that? Because it doesn't really like tell us, and that's really a new feature for all of us. Which one were you
YouTube
talking
likes to drop new features and never tell anybody.
Yeah, but I just want to gift memberships now. I'm gonna make sure I do it every chance I get. I'm just gonna like gift memberships over there, and maybe someday somebody will tell me exactly like how it how it works. Someday somebody will be like, "This is what's going down." There was a lot of your pops in this New York con that I think were strong, and then there was a lot of weak ones as always, right? And your strong ones are going to prevail, your weak ones are going to go down. I don't think that there was any grails necessarily in this con right now. But listen to me when I say this. All of my convention stuff that I have
Goes up in price.
3 years ago, I'll just say 3 years ago, is worth $40 or more. I can't think of a single con sticker I have around here that did not hit at least $40.
Well, you got to remember too. There's a level of they eventually even out or level out, because you're gonna have some that, because people are trying to sell it now, stuff like that. The price is going to fluctuate up and down quite a bit. It may go way up and drop down. Like I think he's right down here. My Jack in the Box, my San Diego Comic Con Jack in the Box. He was kept going up and down for a while there, and then he's just stable now. He's at one particular value, and that's it. I'm not sure what causes that. Maybe just them not being over saturated in the market, I'm assuming. But if you keep it, eventually you'll get a peak level, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm saying. After so long of having a convention sticker, they just kind of like find a value and they stay there. That's just
Yeah,
something that happens with them. So if you got any of them, I mean, and you're just gonna hold on to them, just know that at some point they will be worth more now than what you paid for them. I mean, 'cause like I said, I've got some 2016s around here that are worth quite a bit of money. I mean, and it seems like they've all done that. But I don't think that there was any grails in this one per
it's
se.
hard to tell.
I
It's
mean,
hard to tell. I mean,
we will
of
have to
course,
wait.
I think definitely that One Piece, whatever, could be up there. And I mean, animes can always say like that Dragon Ball Z with the silver hair, then that could be something. Metallic always becomes popular, but
So Zach, it doesn't actually give me an option to send it to anyone. It just says it was put into the chat, right? So I'm just assuming that someone has to click on it
yeah,
to
I have no
take
idea.
ownership of it is what I think happens. I think someone has to click on it to take ownership of it. So there's two of them there, and if you don't have a membership, make sure you're clicking on those guys, figuring
I
out
got a
exactly
membership, so I'm not. I don't know if it's not let. If that maybe that's why it's not letting me click it. I
figure
don't
out
know.
exactly what you have to do to claim that one. There's two of them there though, so y'all claim away. Just know that I appreciate y'all. That's something that I'm going to start doing in every one of the live chats. Just in the event that there's somebody in there that just wants to be part of the burger life for a month, I'm super cool with you like grabbing a hold of it and just getting your burger icon. It's pretty cool stuff. I think that the New York con was really cool. I would like for all of us to kind of like meet up one day at one of these cons. I don't know that the New York con is the one that I want to meet up at. I'm kind of in
I think
this.
the granddaddy, the San Diego, would
That's
definitely be the
that's
one.
where I was about to say I'm kind of in this crazy spot that if I was going to spend that kind of money to get to one, that I would just kind of want to go that direction. It
Hey,
says
quick
block
thought.
or report. Don't do one of those. They haven't even figured it out, so that tells
No,
me they haven't even
I
figured it out.
do have a box still today.
That's right. You got this box to open up. Get that box open so we can see what's
So
in this one. This is one of the collector cores, right? One of the
this
most
is pretty
recent
much
ones.
the only box I still get, because I really do enjoy the collector cores. On getting these ones. So let me see. So we go with the shirt first. It's always 5 items: shirt, sticker, pin, 2 pops, typically. So, and I've liked the shirts lately. As of lately, they've come up with some pretty cool shirts. So this is what we got for this month.
That's pretty cool.
So we got Miles and Gwen. So that's cool. I do like that one. That's
Looks
fun.
looks a lot like a Funko shirt.
Yeah. Well, they're always Funko
Is it a
shirts.
Funko shirt?
Yeah, they're always Funko shirts.
Got you.
And then we got that looks like that's was it Spider Man? God, where's Jesse Lou when you need him?
2022, right?
Yeah, 2022. I think it's Spider Man
Built up.
2022.
2022.
We've got cool Miles Morales Spider-Man sticker. I actually really like
Okay.
that one.
Looks pretty cool.
I have to put that on my computer. And then, wow, they even wrap these up in tissue paper this time, which I don't think I've ever seen them do before. So let's see what this one is. We got Spider Gwen. She's in like a running pose. That one's cool. And then let me get the other. I'll probably take them out of the box real fast. I'm gonna assume this is
What's up,
Miles.
Oh,
Got
that's pretty
Miles
awesome.
in the outfit. This one.
That
So
one is pretty cool in the black suit.
in the black suit. I like Miles' black suit because remember his Spider-Man logo is also slightly different too than some of the other ones. So I really think that one's cool. And this guy, and they both come. Of course, they're both in like running type motions. Oh, it's actually more blue, to be honest. It's like a navy blue.
That is really cool. Yeah, you can kind of see the blue like off the reflection
It's
of the
more
light.
blue than
Yeah,
anything.
off the reflection of the lights, you can kind of see that blue in there. You know what we haven't done in a while?
What's that?
We haven't had a guest on in a while.
We have not had a guest on in a
I
while.
think we should start having guests on again.
Well, we do have something big going on next week,
What do we have going on
and I'm
next?
working on that. And there's Gwen, by the way. I do like her outfit too. That's always kind of fun. And real quick, if you do decide you want to get a Marvel Collector Core, you can get some of the old ones on Amazon still right now. This is an Amazon box, but the next one coming out, which I believe October, I think it's September box. The next one comes out in November. It is going to be Wakanda Forever.
Flipcakes, I think we do need a flip live. I really do. And tell you something else. Flipcakes, I threw in some gifted memberships. How about click on one of those and see if it'll let you take it?
No,
You
I
say
do agree. I think just I used to book a lot of those and talk to people, and I haven't had time to be 1,000% honest lately. I'm gonna make it too much noise.
I think it's time that we have another guest on. I really do.
But we do have some big stuff coming up. Hopefully, I'm making sure people are still available at this point because there's a lot of pieces to put in play. But next week on this show, we are bringing in the Pop the Chaos crew and a special moderator to do a trivia challenge. Now, we originally talked about a particular punishment, but I'm not 100% sure on that. They're bringing 3 people, and of course, there's 2 of us. So we are bringing in a special addition to our team for that, which I'm not announcing yet, and I'm not announcing who the moderator is yet because that actually, as of tonight,
Bringing in a ringer. That's what I'm talking about.
We'll see who. Again, there's a lot of pieces to be put in play. We're supposed to do it to our last week, and then because Chase not having internet, it kind of had no power. It kind of did stuff like that. So did have one moderator lined up. He may not be able to do it. So I'm trying to work some magic right now, and trying to line something else up. So we'll see. That's still the plan right now. Next week, us versus Pop the Chaos in a trivia challenge. And I don't know but I know I think I talked to Flipcake a long time ago about coming on to be a guest, and I think that just completely fell. It's not. I don't think it fell through. I don't think I followed up on it. So
I think we're gonna have to get him.
I apologize, Flip.
Flipcake, what's the right button? He said he figured out the right button for the gifts. I want to know what the right button is now. What's the right button? Let everybody else know what the right button is.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. What is the right button? We all want to know what the right button is. What's the right button?
Sure, we're married. We're still trying to figure that out.
How do you gain control of this?
Gain control.
Gain control. What do you got going on next week? Anything going on next week?
I know next week, 5 minutes of Disney, of course. Although I may do a second one this week. It depends on if I can get my schoolwork done, to be honest with you, because they just announced the holiday food booths for the Festival of Holidays out at Epcot. And so I'd love to go through all that, but it's going to take longer than 5 minutes. So I may do a separate video just going over all that information. But like I said, there's a lot going on with the holidays coming in, stuff like that. And, it should be a lot of fun. So between that, eventually getting more videos out and stuff like that. Maybe next week when I have a break between classes, I should be able to try to get some more stuff done. But we shall see.
All right, Flipcake, how did you get it? He figured it out. How did you get it?
Oh, he is green. He does have a green. He's got a bunch.
How did you figure it out? Now,
well, there's another one on there. So somebody else.
Another one on there.
See, I don't think I get any information because I'm a member.
You're already a member, so it's not giving it to you. But he's going to tell us. He says you got to click allow gift. Click allow gift. How do you click allow gift? Where's the click allow gift at?
You have to turn that on. Oh, yeah. You guys have to click to be allowed to gift?
Yes, they have to turn that on. In the chat, they have to click allow to gift. Let me see. There must be like a thing in the chat now that says
I gotta bring it on my other screen here.
So it looks like the poll
Sorry.
So it looks like the poll says they'd like to see that one chip challenge on TikTok, brother.
And
So it
I'm
looks like you're
probably, like I said, I'm probably gonna do that because at least this way, I can act like a buffoon and I can do it here in the safety of my own studio.
he says you have
Um,
to scroll up to the little bit. So there's a little like the little hamburger up there. You have to
wait, hold on.
I guess it's not going to give me that like click. I know what he's saying though. So you scroll all the way up
To the chat?
to the little bit. Are you talking about the three little dots? That has to be what he's talking about. It's the three little dots.
I just see participants.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I see what he's saying.
What?
I think so. No, I don't necessarily see what he's saying. I think because we're messing up. The only way I think that you maybe if you go to your
He
channel,
sent
you
you
can
a
see it.
pic.
He sent me a pic.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have to go over to Instagram and look at this real quick because I got it
Oh,
done.
there. Oh no, that just takes me to the chat. I was going to say there's three little dots that showed up on the gifting. But again, because maybe I'm a member, it's not giving me everything.
All right, so you have to go. I still don't know what he means.
He sent you a thing on IG.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but it still doesn't like. Oh, so there's this little thing that says allow gifts, right? So it should be up
Where does
under it.
that say that?
It should be up under it, right? So let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, no, I still don't see it.
Again, it may not be because you're the main person, so it may not.
Yeah, I don't think I could see it because
And
I'm
Aldi
not
is giving
the
it to me because I'm a member
right.
already.
Right, they're making you work for that. That's kind of
I know.
nonsense. Kind of
That's
nonsense.
bull.
So I think if you're a non-member, who do we have in here right now that's not a non-member?
Quick Draw is a
Quick
non-member.
Draw is a non-member. Quick Draw, go to yours and see if it says under it allow gift because it should say like allow gift up under it. It's up under the actual like Wayneko itself. It says a gift one membership. Yeah, I know, but I still don't like 100%.
I don't
Allow.
see crap.
He said, "I don't see it." Huh? That's wild. So I see what he's saying, right? So
How's Flipkick doing to figure this out?
I think that they're at the top of your chat there. I think that there's a little
Like
let's
where
see.
it says live chat and the three dots?
Yeah, where you got like live chat and the three dots. I think that's what he's talking about. I think there's a spot right there to where you can click. So
Oh, he
just
said he's on through the app right now, the
okay.
YouTube app. So maybe it's PC only.
Yeah, no, you got to go to the PC to do it. It for some reason it's got to be on the PC. For some reason none of this shows up on the app yet. It's all showing up on your PC. So you have to go to the PC and then on it should be under like where it says gift right there. There should be a little like where you can just
YouTube needs to improve that and make that shit a lot easier to do.
yeah, they've made that kind of difficult to do. I mean, they really have made that kind of difficult to do. But you've got to do it on the PC. For some reason, it doesn't work on your phone or a mobile device. You have to be on a PC to make that work.
So let me go. See, I'll show. I mean, Flip. Let me know. I mean, I'll screen share what I got on mine right now. Let me pause this. Hold on.
Oh, whoa, we're all kind of up there.
I know
Look
we're
at
all
us.
kinds of in there.
Look at us. Look
I
at
mean,
us now.
So this is what I have, but it just says top chat, and I got the three buttons that just tell me participants, pop out chat, toggle timestamp, and feedback. But I don't have anything else up here that tells me anything different.
So what he was showing me is it's just under that green square you see right there. There's a thing up under that says
This
allow
green square.
gifts. So you see that green box that says that I gifted a membership.
Yeah.
There should be another box just under that says allow gifts. So you physically have to
like
click
I said,
that.
I may not have it because I'm a member already.
Right, I think that's the trick.
I'm assuming because I don't have any other box underneath.
I think that is the trick.
I
I
have
also
this
think
one.
that you have to be on the PC to make it work.
Is
Quick
that
Draw
what
says,
it
"I
is?
don't see crap." I don't see crap. It looks like you have to
I
be on
don't
a
get it.
PC to make that work.
I don't get it. I'm
It
lost.
it looks like you have to be on a PC to make that work, and which now, like, I understand why people haven't been grabbing those right away is because
Yeah,
most of us are on our phones or mobile devices, and we don't understand that you have to be on the PC to grab that, which is kind of wild. Kind of wild. But anyways, 5
eBay
minutes
needs
of
to pick
Disney.
up on that, or you too. I mean,
5 minutes of Disney coming up next week.
5 minutes of Disney plus, like I said, we're maybe trying to do a second one real quick, talking about the Festival of the Holiday lineup for this year at a Disney. But yeah, so we're just going with things like that. Have great ideas of stuff to go film. I just have had no time. So unfortunately, between school and other stuff and work, time has sucked. So there's just not enough time in a day, unfortunately. But what you got going on?
Oh man, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. You're just gonna have a video every Friday and Monday, and my shorts are gonna be on Wednesdays and Saturdays and Sundays. So just be on the lookout for those, and just know that we appreciate y'all coming to hang out with us, guys.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so already.
We'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.